looks like paradise. The white sand, the all-inclusive resorts, the promise of a perfect Dominican Republic vacation. But if you don't know the rules, Punta Cana can quickly turn from a dream trip into a nightmare for your wallet. I love the Dominican Republic, but I see tourists falling for the same 3 traps every single day. From the free gift that costs you your entire afternoon to the airport transport hustle that doubles your fare before you even leave the curb. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Vivid Travels. Today, I'm walking you through the top 3 scams happening right now in Punta Cana. And more importantly, exactly how to avoid them so that you can stay safe and keep your money in your pocket. Don't book your flight until you watch this. So let's start where the trip actually starts, the airport. So you've just landed, you're tired, but you're excited and your guard is down. This is exactly where the scammers want you and where scam number 1 actually happens. I call it the helpful porter. When you grab your bags and you head towards the exit, you will get swarmed. People in official-looking uniforms will grab your luggage. They will say things like, "I'm with your hotel," or "official baggage service." Trust me, they're not. And they're everywhere. They will wheel your bag 50 feet to a taxi and then demand a $20 or $40 tip. And if you refuse, things can get aggressive really fast. Or worse, they steer you towards an unlicensed taxi that charges triple the normal rate. So here's the fix. Do not let go of your bag. Be firm, say no thank you or no gracias, and keep walking. But this leads me to the second part of the arrival chaos, getting to your hotel safely. Never, and I mean never, haggle for a taxi at the curb in Punta Cana, especially if you're a first timer. The broken meter trick is a standard practice here. Make sure you actually pre-book your transfer, use a reputable company, or just book through your hotel. That's what we did, and it's a nice peace of mind to have. Yes, it may cost $5 more than some of the street taxis, but you are paying for safety and a guaranteed price. Okay, so now that you've actually survived the airport, you're at your beautiful all-inclusive resort, you have a drink in your hand, you feel safe. And that false sense of security is exactly what scam number 2 relies on. This one is actually a little insidious because it happens inside your hotel. So you have gone to your room, you've changed your clothes, and you're walking to the pool. And of course, a very friendly staff member stops you. They aren't actually selling anything. That is, at first. They just want to welcome you. They ask you how your room is. They offer you a welcome gift or a VIP breakfast to learn more about the property. Listen to me very carefully. Run. This is a timeshare presentation, often disguised as a travel club or a VIP membership. I've spoken to travelers who were held in high-pressure sales meetings for 5 hours. They wasted an entire day of your vacation. They will offer you free excursion tickets or something like a lobster dinner. But is a $50 lobster dinner worth 5 hours of aggressive sales tactics where they try to actually get you to sign a $20,000 contract? For me, that's a big no. When they approach you, and trust me, they will, look at them in the eye, smile, and say, "No, no presentation. Thank you. I'm here to relax. Do not engage. don't be polite enough to actually just sit there and listen to the pitch just for a second. But even if you stay safe inside the resort, eventually you're going to want to leave, right? You're going to want to go see the beach or go on a tour. And that brings us to the most dangerous territory, the vendor zone. The kind of beaches are public. That means vendors can walk right up to the waterline of your resort. Scam number 3 is the free sample or the photo op. You'll see a guy with a cute monkey or a parrot. In our case, it was a guy walking around with a huge iguana. He'll put it on your shoulder before you even ask, just for a picture, he says. No money, just picture. But the second the photo is taken, the price is all of a sudden $20. If you don't pay, they cause a scene. In our instance, I saw the iguana and I touched the tail, but I really didn't want an iguana on my shoulder. However, one of the people that I was traveling with did allow the guy to put the iguana on her shoulder. And yes, she did pay for it. I wasn't going to pay for it, and I didn't know about this scam. I just didn't want the iguana on me. But luckily, me being uncomfortable with having an iguana on my shoulder saved me money in the long run. But here I am to tell you how to actually avoid it. And the same goes for the free cigar or the free bracelet being tied on your wrist. Trust me, nothing is free. Once you touch it, you bought it. It's kind of like when I was growing up, when we're in a store, they're like, you break, you buy. The fix here is body language. Make sure your sunglasses are on, a firm hand wave, do not make eye contact, and if they put the animal on you, take it off immediately and walk away. Don't try to negotiate. Now, I don't want to scare you away from leaving the resort. There are amazing legitimate tours in Punta Cana. You just need to know exactly where to book them so that you don't get ripped off. If you want to go to Saona Island, which, trust me, you should, or drive dune buggies, do not buy from the guy wandering the beach with a laminated flyer. You have zero recourse if he takes your cash and then never shows up. And that has happened. Book the excursion through your hotel concierge, or use an app like Viator or TripAdvisor where you can actually read recent reviews. Look for the green flags. Things like clearly stated cancellation policies, recent photos from other travelers, and an actual physical office address. Punta Cana is a beautiful location to visit, and the Dominican people are incredibly warm and welcoming. These scammers are just a tiny minority, and you see them everywhere where there's a large tourist population. But they are kind of loud. And if you follow these tips, such as pre-booking your transportation, avoiding the timeshare breakfast, and ignoring the beach hustlers, you will have an incredible time. Now that you know how to protect your wallet at the destination, we need to make sure that you actually get there with all of your stuff. I have a specific strategy for packing for the Caribbean so that you never have to check a bag again or risk losing it. If you know me, I have talked about how I am definitely team carry-on. And if you want to know how to pack, make sure you click right here to see my carry-on only destination for beach vacations. And if you're interested in seeing some of the excursions, there are a few links in the description that you can check those out. Until next time, safe travels.